Yeah, and me replying to this Snapchat is probably going to be in the intro to the video. Hello everyone. This is pretty much my first YouTube video, and I put on my Instagram about a week ago asking my friends to ask me questions that they wanted me to answer in this video. So it's basically a Q&A video about me, because if you're watching this, you're not going to know about me, so you're going to get to know me now. And there's all kinds of questions. They're all over the board, so yeah. And if you have questions that you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And if I get enough, I'll do another video with your questions. Also, hit the subscribe button so you can see the next video, which is going to be a travel vlog to Chicago, because I'm headed to Chicago this coming weekend to do a photo shoot there. So that'll be super fun. Subscribe to the channel so you can see that vlog video later. And follow me on Instagram at soup4625 or Devin Ramon. You can also follow me or my photography on Instagram at Devin Ramon Photography. That'd be super cool too. Okay, let's get this Q&A started. Question number 1. What are your 3 favorite hobbies? I'm not an exciting person right now, so I really don't think I have 3 hobbies, but I will do my best to think of 3. Number 1 would be traveling. I absolutely love to travel, and I would do that for a living. That's my goal. I would love to travel for a living, so that'd be super cool. My second favorite hobby, I draw sometimes. I used to draw a lot in high school, and then I got into painting when I was in high school. I'm looking at a couple paintings that I have on my office wall right here. I haven't painted in probably a while. Well, for sure a while. I haven't actually painted in about three or 4 years since I graduated high school. I did a small painting one time, and just since then, and it was not great. So I need to brush up on my skills. But I like to draw. I like to do some art. And my third favorite hobby, it was photography until I got into that professionally. So it's not really a hobby anymore, but we'll just go with it. Who is your bestest friend in the whole wide world? You're probably watching this video right now. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are. What is your dream for your future? To travel for a living while doing photography and videography. I would love to travel around the world and do weddings, shoot weddings. Not necessarily wedding videography, but I would love to photograph weddings all over the world. I'm pretty much doing wedding photography just in Michigan right now. I'd love to expand and do them all over the country, all over the world. That'd be super cool. And I would love to do videos too. I'd love to get paid to do videos. That would just be amazing, to travel the world and do photography and videography full time. Make money doing what I love. So that's my dream for my future. Next question is, how many dogs do you want when you live on your own? I don't know why that question was asked to me. One. I would love to have more, I guess, but if my dream comes true, then I'm not going to be home, so I'm not going to be able to take care of more than 1 dog. So definitely 1 dog. I have 1 dog now. She's my first dog that I've owned as like my own dog, and she's absolutely beautiful. She's only about knee high. She's absolutely beautiful. When I got her, I got her from my sister, and I went with my sister to get her. We drove like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get her, and we were told she was a Mastador, which is a mix between a Bull Mastiff and a Labrador, and she was supposed to be the size of a Mastiff. She's not. She's only about knee high. So they gypped my sister. My sister paid for the dog, not me. I got it for free. But she's an absolutely beautiful dog. Actually, one of the photos that I've taken of her recently got nationally featured in a magazine. So that was pretty cool. She got the attention she deserves. She was nationally featured. You can see that photo on my photography Instagram if you go check it out. She's a beautiful brown dog with the black stripes. It's hard to miss. Next question. What is your favorite camera lens? Any photographer knows that that's a loaded question. And when a photographer answers that question, they usually can't just say one lens, which I'm not going to say one lens right now either. I have about 3 of them. One of my favorites lately has been the Canon 85 millimeter. Oh gosh, I'm gonna hear about that from my photography friends after this. Okay, the 85 millimeter lens from Canon is fantastic for portraits. I use it for weddings. I use it for senior photos. I use it for family photos sometimes, and it's great. The blur it gives, it's just incredible. I love it. It's a game changer for sure. And the Nifty 50, the 50 millimeter lens is really impressive. That one never leaves my camera bag. It is always in my camera bag. I use it almost on every photo shoot that I do. It's great for portraits. It's great for detail shots at weddings and stuff like that. So that's super cool. And lately, I've also really liked the 24-70. I used that at a family photo shoot recently, and it was like the first time that I was like, you know what, I really need to pay attention to how much I really like this lens, and it just absolutely loved it. It was incredible, and I used it at weddings before, but like I said, that family photo shoot was the first time I was like, okay, the 24-70, I'm digging this. So those 3 lenses, the 24-70, the Nifty 50 50 millimeter lens, and the Canon 85 millimeter lens. Great lenses that I like to use. What's your dream vacation? Definitely Hawaii. I was supposed to go to Hawaii this year. Actually, in about 2 weeks, I was supposed to be leaving for Hawaii to go for a week. November 29th to December something, I was supposed to be there. But we ended up canceling that trip because Corona is getting out of hand. So, thanks, Corona. Where is the coolest place you've traveled to? That's a tough one. I haven't really traveled. Hawaii would have been the coolest place that I had traveled to so far, but I'm not going there now. At least not this year. So I don't really have the coolest place that I've traveled to, but my favorite place that I've traveled to is Pennsylvania, and it always has been Pennsylvania. Every time that I go to Pennsylvania, I never want to leave. I actually want to live in Pennsylvania someday, because here in Michigan, everything is the same. Everything looks the same. It's flat. You can see for miles. But you go to Pennsylvania and there's hills everywhere and everything just looks different. It's never the same, and driving through the hills is incredible, and seeing just all the nature. I love it. And the sunsets they get there because of the hills or the mountains or whatever you want to call them. Yes, that's a photographer's dream. How did you start your photography business? Advice for beginner photographers. Oh, this is another loaded question. I started my photography business officially in like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. I started doing photos just around for people, just for fun. And then people were coming to me and, hey, you want to take my son or daughter's senior pictures? I was like, yeah, absolutely, why not? And I would do each session for like $50, and then more people were coming to me, and then it was senior photos, and it was family photos, and it was engagement photos, and I always told everyone I will never be a wedding photographer. Don't want to do it. I will never do it. And then someone asked me to do their wedding, and my first thought was no. I'm not doing a wedding. I don't want to. I was not confident enough to do it. I don't want to screw up a wedding. Like, I missed the first kiss, and it's not like I'm going to be like, hey, can you go back? Can you redo that again? No, that's just not, no, I didn't have the confidence to do it. But when I was asked to do that wedding, there was just something in the back of my head that was like, nope, you got to do it. So I did it, and it went really, really well. And then I did that wedding in June of 2018. 2019? I think it was 2019. And no. Well, anyways, I did that I did that wedding in June of that year, and by the end of that year I had done 5 weddings. So I did 5 weddings the last half of the first year that I ever did weddings. And then the next year I did, I think, 4 weddings. This year I had 6 or 7 weddings, and they were all canceled or moved to 2021 because of COVID. And so that's how I started, was just taking pictures for fun, and then it started leading to paid stuff. And my advice to a beginner photographer would be take pictures any chance that you get, but don't offer to do things that you're not capable of doing yet. Make sure that you have the skills to do things that people ask you to do. If you don't have the right equipment to do a wedding, it's okay to say no, I can't do weddings yet. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the skills. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet. That is okay. It's better to tell someone no when you know you're not capable of doing it yet than to tell them yes and to jump in and do it and just have it be not great and then have a bride and groom upset with you because the photos weren't great. So take it little by little and perfect, individual, have some friends model for you and perfect working with individual people and posing and lighting and learning all that stuff, and then do couples, then do families, then do weddings, then all that stuff. So my advice for beginner photographers is to take pictures every opportunity you get and start small and perfect your craft. Learn how to edit, learn lighting, learn cameras, the different kind of cameras, the lenses, everything. Learn all of it. That's what I did. Is I followed all kinds of YouTubers that I thought were really good. My cousin actually is a photographer. She lives in Texas right now, but she's really good. And if I ever have questions, I ask her. And so reach out to people who you know are better than you and say, hey, I really like your stuff. How'd you do this? And most of the time, they'd be happy to answer your questions. Where do I start on how to be a better / to notice photographer? Like I said, just take it step by step. Take every opportunity you get to take photos, and to be noticed, social media is going to be your best friend. Take good pictures, post them on social media, use hashtags. Every time that you work with someone and you post their pictures on social media, tag them in it. That way they know, or they get the notification saying they were tagged in it, and then they'll share it to their stories. And make sure every time you work with a client, you tell them, like put it in your contract if you have a contract, that when they post your photos, tag you in them, give you a shout out. That's probably one of the best ways you're going to get noticed. And make sure you're always getting better at what you're doing too, because the better you are, the more people are going to want to come to you, and the more people are going to be like, hey, Devin's great and his photos are fantastic, so go to him, versus the person next door who is using their cell phone to take pictures and their pictures probably aren't that great. You're going to get noticed. So social media is your best friend, and take pictures every chance you get. What is my favorite song? That's a tough one, because anybody who knows me knows that I am obsessed with music. I sing all the time, all the time, and it's way too much for someone who can't sing. I can't sing at all, but I love to sing. My family is very musical. My dad's a singer. He sang with his sisters when he was younger, and he's a professional singer now. And my sister played piano. My brother sings. I listen. I listen to it. I don't really play or sing. I played saxophone in high school. All through for 8 years, I still play. So yeah, I guess I do play. I play piano too, but nothing great. Anyways, ADHD Rabbit Trail. My favorite song is, right now, it is "He Will Carry You" by Brian Free and Assurance. That song has gotten me through a couple tough times recently, and it's a great reminder that no matter what you're going through, you can give it to God, because He can handle it, and He'll carry you through, and He's got you. He'll carry you. What is my favorite food? Probably honey barbecue boneless wings from Applebee's. Those just hit the spot every time. Unless they don't put enough barbecue stuff on them, that they have to have a lot of that on there. I just love it. So that was the last question that I had. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to know more about me, I actually have, you can feel free to ask me anything. I've had some interesting stuff happen to me. I've done some interesting stuff. So feel free to, if you're seeing this video, to comment your questions in the comment section. And if I get enough, I'll do another Q&A type video. Again, follow me on Instagram at soup4625 or Devin Ramon. You can follow my photography on there too. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.